What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the podcast. It's your boy Dre. And I know I haven't uploaded in like a year. Life been lifing, school been schooling, work been working. So it's been kind of hard to really, do what I want to do. And I've been trying to find a location, but I figured like location is not as important as the message that I would want to get across. So if I'm looking down, y'all forgive me. I'm looking at my notes because I feel like this topic is super important. Um, Today's topic is super close to my heart. It's something that I really do not take lightly. Obviously from the title and thumbnail or whatever. Yeah, it's about self love and you know how to navigate that kinda or what it is. I just wanna deep dive on it and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So let's start at the beginning. What exactly is self love? Self love is often misunderstood as being selfish or narcissistic, I guess. But that couldn't be further from the truth. At its core, self love is about recognizing your own value and treating yourself with kindness, respect, and compassion that you deserve. I'm looking down at my notes, y'all. I'm reading. It's about understanding that you are worthy of love. It's not because of what you do, or it shouldn't be how you look or how much money you make. That should not be placed on your self love. It should be based on simply who you are. You feel me? Self love is the foundation upon which all other forms of love are built on. When you truly love yourself, you're able to give and receive love more freely. And it also influences every decision that you make. With that being said, it's just saying like it's really the obvious. Like the saying is cliche, but it really is true. You can't truly love somebody or receive love in the proper way if you're not loving yourself that same way. So you should be taking yourself out the same way that you expect the next person to take you out. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Or do everything for yourself that you expect the next person to do for you. Because at the end of the day, low key, that's a perfect fallback. Because you realize that I'm not saying go into every situation being pessimistic, but I'm saying if you need to fall back on yourself, you can. You know, because we spend way more time alone than we do with other people. We're with ourselves 24/7. So I do remember a time in my life when I really struggled with self love. I was constantly, beating myself down for not being good enough. Whether it was in like my job or career or in any kind of relationship that I was in, or even like my appearance because I didn't grow up the most handsome young man. So I was really not necessarily insecure. I just lacked that self love that I needed, and I was never taught that. I feel like a lot of young black men or black people in general, we weren't taught how to love ourselves. I feel like there's some now. I feel like there were some. I'm not saying all, but most black people didn't nobody taught us how to love ourselves. They was just going. I feel like parents was just going with the motion. You know what I'm saying? Doing the best they could. We was trying to survive, bro. We was trying to survive. That's real. And y'all understand what I'm saying. But yeah, it took me a long time to realize that this constant self criticism was really holding me back. Once I started like really getting in my bag and practicing my self love, I became way more confident in myself. I became, people could see it on the outside, like, damn, okay, there's something different about him. It's a light about him. He got aura, as you would say, you know what I'm saying? So people start seeing my aura. People not gonna see your aura if you don't see it in yourself. Word. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta see it in yourself before anybody else gon'. You know what I'm saying? See it. Word. Because how you perceive yourself, a lot of times, is how other people are going to perceive you. All right, so let's explore how do we actually cultivate self love in our daily lives? You feel me? How do we do that? How do we actually achieve that? I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but how do we actually, Dre? How do we actually do that shit? First, let's talk about. I'm sure y'all heard about it. Let's talk about our daily, or let's talk about our affirmations. What are affirmations? So I'm gonna read this off my notes. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to challenge and overcome negative thoughts. So that's it can be anything, bro. It can be a lot. Affirmations can be a lot of stuff, bro. You can look in the mirror every day, bro. I know it seems corny, bro. I know it seems corny, but waking up and tell yourself you love yourself, or you're beautiful, or you're handsome, or you're worthy, or you're good enough. That really matters because the tongue is the most powerful tool, the most powerful thing in the world. You can bring a lot of things with your tongue. It's powerful. It's more powerful than you think it is. People just don't. People just don't realize it. Some people do. Some people get it. People get it. Get it. People who don't. That's why I'm here to teach y'all. Word. Yeah. So yeah, doing that in the morning or at night really sets the tone for when you wake up. It's gonna set the tone for your day. Waking up just being positive. It goes a long way, bro. Way farther than you think it does. I promise it will. Cause I started doing that, and not saying life becomes easier, because life be hard, bro. For everybody, no matter how rich you are, no matter how much success you got, life be hard for everybody. So just waking up trying to be positive could make the next person's day better, can make your day better, can make your life better. You can walk in just being positive to your boss. It might make the day go by smooth. He might say y'all can get out of work early, bro. It's just being that positive light just does something. You can feel it. You can feel it, bro. Just try that out. Another key aspect of self-love is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is so important. This is something that a lot of us struggle with because as a kid, sometimes your boundaries was kind of getting overstepped. You know what I'm saying? Your parents was kind of always overstepping your boundaries no matter what. Because like, hey, all you had to do what they say, stay in a child's place. You know what I'm saying? But that's not healthy, low key. We all grew up with a lot of trauma. It's a lot of trauma from parents. And I'm not saying our parents was bad. They just passing down generational curses. It's just passed down from generation to generation. They only did what they knew better, and they didn't know how to break the generational curses. We are the generation to break those generational curses. Us millennials, we are the new light. I feel like we are the way. We are, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be the ones. We're going to be the ones. Let's be honest. We the ones. That's all I'm saying. So, back to what I'm saying. So, yeah, a lot of times we taught to be, unselfish. We're taught sharing is caring. A lot of things of that nature. But sometimes we got to be a little selfish. Sometimes we got to care about ourselves and set our boundaries and stand firm on it. I know it'd be hard to lead that person. I know it'd be hard to tell them that you don't like this certain thing. I know it'd be hard, bro. Trust me. It's difficult for everybody. Maybe not for some people, but for people who actually took that be selfless thing to heart, it's hard to break that. And then once you feel like, once people say like, damn, you being selfish, that's kind of, I saw a Facebook post where it's saying, damn, you being selfish. I'm like, damn, that's kind of like a term of re-endearment of whatever for me. Like, damn, okay, I'm finally learning how to set them boundaries. Where I know it's hard though. Hard for us empaths, bro. Empaths especially, it's hard to set boundaries and stand firm on it because we care about people so much. But like I'm saying, you constantly been giving your energy, and you haven't been protecting your energy. You gotta protect your energy, bro. It's so important to protect your energy. Oh God, like listen, protect your energy, bro, because people are going to come and try to suck your energy dry. They're going to try to burn you out. They're going to try to get all of that they can. Protect it. It's really important. Be calm. I try to be calm. Sometimes I get out of character and I'll be like, damn, bro, I'm really just getting out of character. I'm coming out. Especially when you know what I'm saying? Because when I get with somebody, like, I really care. I be caring, bro. I really care. And a lot of people just don't care. They don't care about your feelings. They already in that mode of like they got their own boundaries, which yeah, I can go back. I could go on with that all day. But at the end of the day, like I was saying, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out. Keep giving your energy. You're gonna burn out. You're not gonna have nothing left for yourself. You keep pouring into other people. What do you have left over for yourself? You know what I'm saying? You're pouring all of this. You're pouring all your nutrients, your vitamins into somebody else. All that energy, bro. People be energy vampires. They're gonna suck it up as much as they can. And at the end of the day, you're gonna be left with nothing. Nothing but a shell of yourself. So please, empaths, protect your energy. Keep loving the way you love, but be careful. Be careful. Also, love yourself. Like I'm saying, I promise y'all I got it, bro. I love y'all. Word. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Okay, for example, these are some ways to set your boundaries. Tell the person that you're with, this is what I need to feel safe, respected, and valued, and not being afraid to force those boundaries. Because if you're afraid to enforce those boundaries, once they overstep them, they're gonna keep doing it. I know we heard this a million times, bro, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? Enforce some boundaries. Make sure you stand on business. Word. Because they're gonna overstep them boundaries. Once they do, once they say they can do that, they're gonna keep doing it. Word. So if you're feeling drained from being around people, dude, you need to literally take a step back. Setting boundaries is not only about being in a relationship or being with a person. It's about your friendships. It's about all of your relationships. It's about co-workers, bosses, all of that. It's about setting boundaries. If you learn to say no, even when your boss is telling you you need to do this, and that's above your pay grade, they got you doing manager work and you just a team member. It's because you show up at work on time and you do your job, and other people don't do that. They're gonna try to take advantage of that, just like everybody else. They take advantage. You know what I'm saying? So you need to learn to say no. That's setting your boundaries. Word. Tell your boss no, and what they gonna do. All they can do is fire you. And you need to have an abundant mindset. Having an abundant mindset could take you a long way. I can lose this job. I can lose this person. I'm gonna get another person, or I'm gonna be by myself. If I lose this job, I'm gonna get another job. Anything. Thinking of abundance, not lack of mindset. If you're thinking of everything in abundance, dude, that's gonna take you a long way. That's gonna take y'all a long way. Now let's talk about self-care, because that goes a part of self-love. Taking care of yourself, your skin, nails, hair, all of that. That shit feels so good when you know what I'm saying, get a fresh fucking haircut. Ladies, you get your hair done, get your nails done, feet done. That's the way that's self-love, baby. That's self-love. And all those things are a part of it. But there's more to self-care than just that. So let's dive into your mind, your soul, and your body. All of that is important too. Well, of course, all that, you know what I'm saying, taking care of yourself, that's self-love too. Don't get me wrong, but, we diving into, what I'm saying, your mind, soul, and your body. It's about doing things that nourish you and bring you joy in life. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I'm looking over to the monitor, but, for some people, it might be meditation, exercise, or journaling. For other people, it might be spending time in nature. Like, that's me. I like spending time in nature, cooking your favorite meal, or simply taking time to rest. Don't be afraid to take time to rest, bro. Do not feel bad for resting. Nigga, you can go sleep all day, bro. Don't feel bad for it. It's self-love. I'm chilling. I done did all I need to do this week, bro. I'm sorry, that's loud. But I done did all I needed to do this week. I'm finna chill. I'm finna go to the crib, kick my feet up, watch some Netflix. Rest, bro. Rest your body. I don't care if you do that for 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours. As long as you ain't got no of your obligations and responsibilities taken care of, don't be afraid to rest your body, dude. Word. It's so important. But and then also doing what you love to do. take that time, cook that meal, go in nature. Nature is super important. I need to get back into my nature, into my meditation. I love journaling, all of that, painting. That's things that I love to do. That's things that bring me joy and make me happy. And sometimes I feel like I lose myself, and I don't lose myself in working so much that I don't stop to take the time to do those things. Please don't be like me. But self love ain't always easy. There's plenty of obstacles can get in the way, like negative self talk, comparison, and fear of failure. Let's tackle one of these. Okay. Negative self talk. Um, Negative self talk is something that we all struggle with from time to time. It's a little voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, or attractive enough. The first step to overcoming negative self talk is to become aware of it. Once you become aware of it, that's the way to attack it. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself, especially when you feeling down, or you feeling upset, or you feel like you just messed up something. Please just pay attention to how you talk to yourself, and that's the way to make the change. Ask yourself, is this really true? And would you say this to a friend, or would you say this to somebody else? If you wouldn't say this to a friend, why would you say this to yourself? Think about that. Think about that. Let's really think about that. If you wouldn't say that to the next person, why are you saying this to yourself? Let's sit on that for a second, man. Come on. Real talk. Real talk. Okay, next let's talk about comparison culture. All this social media stuff, we're constantly comparing ourselves, and we're feeling like we're inadequate because we're seeing the best parts of somebody else's life. It's super, super, super easy to fall into the trap of that, bro. Comparing yourself is so unfair to yourself. It's so unfair. Don't compare yourself to the next person on social media because, like I was saying, they're showing you the highlights of their life. I know that's been said multiple times, but it's so true. That's not fair to yourself. That's not practicing self-love. And I'm not trying to preach to y'all or be talk down to y'all, but I'm just saying, I understand because I did it myself. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. It took me a long time to get to where I understand and I'm still working on myself. Sometimes I do compare myself. And I'm not talking to y'all only, I'm talking to myself too. Word. Because I compare myself to people. Like, damn, why ain't I such and such and such? Why ain't I this big yet? It ain't my time yet. It ain't your time yet. But your time will come if you keep grinding, you keep putting in that work. But if you give up, this shit is not gonna come. And if you give up, how the fuck is it gonna come? I'm sorry. But if you give up, how is it gonna come? It don't make sense. But yeah, like I'm saying, instead of comparing yourself, please just focus on your own journey. Focus on what you gotta achieve. That'll take you a long way. That'll make you happier in the long run by focusing on just what you gotta do. And what other people gotta do, that's what they gotta do. Because other people are focusing on themselves, probably. Hopefully. But yeah, that's it on that. Okay, so let's address the fear of failure. A lot of people have this fear of failing. You don't want to do something just because you're scared you're going to fail at doing it. Yeah, it's a part of life. It's how we learn. But when you get caught in that cycle of perfection, the fear of failure can be paralyzing. You know what I'm saying? The key to overcoming this fear is to embrace it. That's the best way to overcome it is to embrace it, you know? You need to take the failures and the losses, always take them as a lesson of what you can do better next time or what you can do different to get a different outcome, a better outcome. So take those failures that you may or may not have and use it to boost yourself because we're going to fail. We're going to fail sometimes. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Only Jesus was perfect. So, you know, like I'm saying, yeah, just flip that. Flip that failure into a lesson. That's gonna make you stronger. And I'm gonna end it on here on this So, what are the long term benefits of practicing self love? Well, for starters, self love leads to happier and healthier relationships. When you love yourself, you're better able to set boundaries. You're able to communicate your needs better. You're able to choose relationships that are supportive and nurturing. You're also less likely to tolerate toxic behaviors because you know your self worth. And I'm still struggling with that today. I still struggle with this. I wrote all this, but I struggle with this too. Like, I'm still learning how to love myself. So if you get on the journey now, you can start now. And who knows where you end up, man. So I'm gonna say this as my closing topic. Remember, self love is a journey. It's not about the. It's not a destination because you're gonna constantly be learning to love yourself, just like you're constantly learning to do everything else. But yeah, it's something that you gotta practice every single day. But like I said at the top of the episode, doing those affirmations and things of that nature. But remember, it's okay to have setbacks along the way as long as you get back on track. But the most important thing is that you're showing up for yourself. That's the most important. So, with that being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. And I want to know how y'all practice on self love. Like, how do y'all practice self love? I want to know in the comments. I want to know what challenges you faced when, not practicing self love, or you felt like you wasn't loving yourself in this moment. I want to know about all of that. And I want to know how you've overcome them or how you think you will overcome them in the future. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for this episode. Remember, y'all, love yourself. Nobody else can or will at the end of the day. But yeah, like I said, leave that stuff in the comments. Like what I said, I'm gonna come back with another episode, even if I gotta do it solo. Hey, it is what it is. I appreciate y'all listening. If you listen to this whole episode, dang, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next time. Life, love, everything above. Subscribe. Share this with your friends. Share this with somebody who needs to hear this. You know what I'm saying? And peace out. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Thank y'all. Bye.